Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Neysa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to listen to. That was fire. Bars! Bow, 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 bow.
That was not Timbaland approved.
I'm sorry, what?
That was not Timbaland approved. It was not.
Why does it have to be Timbaland approved?
Didn't he do that beat?
That's Eric B. and Rakim. Timbaland was not Timbalanding.
You know what I'm thinking about? The Aaliyah version? Did you know?
No, I was doing the OG.
Well, I didn't know.
Eric B. and Rakim.
I went to Aaliyah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Go Ladies podcast. Clearly, Neysa's trying to fight me today.
That's something I can do hair. Hey, Kimani.
Y'all, we're so happy to be back. It has been an interesting 2 weeks for us. It's been a little rough. Yeah. How are you, Nace?
Pain's on my nerves right now.
That's normal. And today is Sunday.
It is Sunday. No, I am doing better.
Good.
Like last time we did a show, I come off of being super sick.
Yeah.
And was just getting over that. So I feel much, much, much better.
Good.
I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Maybe knock on some wood or whatever this is real quick.
For my God.
Wood like kind of.
Yes.
So how about you?
I am better. I had a sinus infection. The weather here in Nashville is disgusting. It just is. Like, it'll feel really nice. It'll be hot. Then it'll be 30 degrees. And for me, the back and forth just really hit me.
You also traveled in
I
three
did
different
travel.
cities.
I did.
In 3 different climates. She was everywhere.
Coughing up a storm.
It feels weird, though, because we're in that fake spring right now.
Right.
Where it feels amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, good man, it might snow tomorrow.
Spring of deception. That's what they call it.
Yes.
Yep.
Because it might snow, might be a tornado,
Yep.
might be a flood. You never know what's going to happen right here.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Weather's
but
crazy.
It's not just us.
No.
I talked to my in-laws in LA, and they're like, it's super cold there.
Yeah.
They have that state of emergency because of the snow. And my sister-in-law sent video of hail falling.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And it's a lot of it. Which, I mean, if you're in the South, like we are, hail ain't no big thing.
Right.
But when you're in LA, anything below 50, they're like, oh my God. So,
Yeah,
you know, it's
he's
a whole lot
coming
going
back.
on. Yeah. So.
They had thunder snow in Detroit. Are you familiar with thunder snow?
Yes.
They had thunder snow. My cousin was like, wait, is it snowing and thundering outside?
And yes, it is.
Yes.
It's very rare. But
Very.
it does happen.
It happened here.
Yeah. And they have like fire tornadoes are also very rare. Which I'm like,
You better get right with the
if I saw a fire tornado, I just know the Lord behind it. Like,
He is.
Like, not like behind it as in made it. Like, as in he coming right
coming.
now. Like, the horn has been sounded.
Is your house in order? The rapture.
I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, this on the floor.
Come on, you better praise.
Right.
You got. Come
I'm
on,
trying to be in the number.
you are. Listen.
Because, fire tornado? Sharknado bad enough. Fire tornado?
Goodbye, Neysa. Sharknado. Okay, well, we're here. We're alive and well. We hope you all took some time to listen to some of our previous episodes.
Please do that.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We get to feeling better for 5 seconds and head outside.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely.
Just like people, don't give yourself time to get all the way well. We just like,
You want to do
I
this?
can breathe a little bit better.
Right.
Let's go outside.
This nostril's clear.
Right. Where do we go, Faye?
Okay, so we went to City Winery here in Nashville.
True.
They have locations throughout the country. But went to support the ladies of the Cocktails podcast. They had a live show. So Neysa and I were like, hey, do you want to go? Obviously, we've listened to the show and also to, get some personal development.
Oh,
yeah.
I miss Recon.
For sure. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I listen to a variety of podcasts, trying to look for ways we can make ours better.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
the best form of flattery is imitation. Even though I don't want to be anybody else,
Right.
I want to make sure that we're doing things decent and in order and at the standard that,
standard.
is good. But cocktails at City Winery. First of all, I love City Winery.
Yes.
I'm mad. Hold on. I have a bone to pick. You ready?
Let's go.
The menu that they handed me was not the same menu that was available on the QR code. Now, no big deal, really, except for the fact that truffle fries were on the QR code menu. And you know how I feel about potatoes and the truffle fry.
You do love potato.
And I would have got those,
Yeah.
but they weren't on the printed menu.
They weren't.
So I see truffle fries walking by me, and I'm like, well, why did they get the truffle fries? And then I realized.
Sorry.
So that was my bone to pick. But outside of that, I thought the cocktails show was interesting. I think Kiki and Medina
Yes.
are hilarious.
Absolutely.
Like, hilarious.
I love it.
Kiki cracks me up because she says the slick stuff that we all would say.
Yeah.
And I just had a really good time listening to her.
Yes.
I am constantly amazed at people who come on to the stage and share their sexual exploits.
Right.
Like, we share a lot on this show.
Yeah.
Everybody's threshold for sharing is different.
Right.
But I was very, very surprised. I was like, oh, you can talk about, all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what it calls for. But I've heard in other cities, Nashville's just an interesting city in general, especially if you're a black person in Nashville. But I heard our audience was way more reserved, actually, than the other cities that they had gone to. This is from somebody who's an avid listener. Hey, Muffy. So yeah, even you could get some of that even from Kiki and Medina. They were kind of like, oh, so y'all don't, you know what I mean? I think they were wanting even more than the audience was willing to give. But yes, there were some individuals who got up there and told a lot. But I don't know. I hadn't been in the other cities. I don't know. But that's just kind of word on the street.
So this is no shade, not any at all. But I really wonder if the lack of energy was due to the...
I had to look away. I know where this is going. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Due to two things. The first was there was an opening comedian who performed, and he just didn't have the house. He didn't have the house. Look at me being diplomatic, and she's over here making faces. See?
I just,
No, he just didn't have the house.
He didn't.
His set did not fit the crowd, and instead of taking the exit ramp, he just kept going forward, which which dampened the energy.
He bombed.
Also,
I'm gonna just say it.
okay.
It was a bomb.
I mean,
it was ping.
I was trying to be diplomatic.
Nah, just call it what it is. We ain't saying no names. If you were there, you know who it is. But he not funny. Go ahead.
He was not funny. And then the other part was the DJ.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like he was keyed in on the crowd.
Right.
And there are certain things you can play, especially in the South, especially in Nashville, Tennessee, to get people going. And I'm like, you didn't pull another bag of tricks out? Like, I didn't hear Cash Money taking over the 99 in 2000. Like, we gonna turn up, but So it felt like those two things alone, had they been executed a little differently, would have really amplified the experience.
Yeah.
But they were funny as hell.
They were funny.
And Medina were funny.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love their chemistry. And you can tell they've been friends for a long time. So, yeah.
Yeah, they can complete each other's sentences.
Really they can. And that, you can't just create that. That's very organic.
Definitely.
Like us. Okay.
So, before we went to City Winery.
Oh, where'd we go?
Before, Faith, look at your shirt. Where'd you go?
Memphis, look at yours. We have a whole Memphis outfit today.
I got the Grizzly right here. It's on my shoulder.
Oh, and it's on your side.
Right
Whoop that trick, get him. You had to do it. I had to do it. They played Whoop That Trick.
I didn't get to do it at the game.
They played it at this University of Memphis game. They didn't play at the Grizzlies game.
I'm doing it at this game.
You can whoop that trick at my school.
No.
Why not?
Because it's not for y'all.
What Who said it wasn't? If he played it there, then it's for us.
Let's clarify. Whoop That Trick it's at the NBA, and it makes the Grizzlies. It makes Memphis, right? And it started there. Just because University moved from the co-op and had a little sprinkle on them from the FedEx Forum, I'm not knocking y'all's hustle. I tried too, but I'm not going to do it for y'all.
First of all, Whoop That Trick comes from Hustle and Flow.
I know what it came from.
And they didn't even play it at the Grizzlies game.
We don't know.
Okay, that's a perfect segue. We weren't there long enough to know. Well, we were there long enough. We weren't in our seats long enough to know. But we were there for a significant amount of time in the arena. You don't think so?
No.
Okay, well, Neysa, you want me to, I'll do this one. So,
this is you.
We talked about, you may have seen our reel on Instagram. Neysa and I do not like heights. And I just discovered this about you. I guess, did we discover this about each other? I thought you knew that. We don't like heights. So, I was gifted some tickets through my job. Thank you. I'm very appreciative for them. So, Neysa and I get to our level. And I guess I should have known when we're still on the escalator that's just still going up.
So, hold on.
Go ahead.
Before this.
Yes.
Faith tells me we're going to have 4 seats at the game. I was like,
I didn't say floor.
Yes,
I said lower. I was told. I'm gonna tell you what I was told. Now, if I misspoke, that's the problem. They interpret things differently.
I do.
I was told that they would be lower bowl and that they were really good seats. That's what I was told. Mm-hmm. But again, they were gifted to me, so I'm like, okay,
we're
gonna take the free.
But I'm saying that was my outfit. Even.
Right, you were prepared to be on camera. Yeah,
and I was going to.
You was gonna be on the camera.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna be on camera.
They want to do a cutaway.
Mm-hmm. I have a new hair. See, look.
Look at Kimani.
Watch this. I was gonna do like this. Like clap for the people. What? I'm like, defense. Do it. See, I was ready. I had practice.
Lord have mercy. We weren't on the floor. We were in what's called the terrace level, which I later found out prior to us getting there. It's very high. One of my other coworkers was like, if you're on that level, you just need to get whatever food, whatever you're going to get, and just sit because it's very high. And if you don't like heights, you're not going to like it. And I'm like, well, I'm already locked in at this point. Neysa was going. My nephew was going. His little friend was there. And, yeah. So Neysa and I walk into our area, and we immediately, it's panic at the disco, like the group. We
see where the seats are. And we look at each other like, are we going to do this? And then it's like, I'm already dressed and together, so.
We regroup. You said that you go, okay, let's go out and regroup. Because I say I shouldn't have looked down. I looked down.
You did look down.
And I was like, I shouldn't have looked down.
Yeah. So we step out. We regroup. And we decide to proceed to our seats. Mm-hmm. Over people.
Because we were in the middle of the row. Yeah.
So we get there. And we sit down.
Mm-hmm. Thinking of all the ways we could plunge to our death. At least I was. I was like, we're about to die.
I'm even thinking, like, if I jump down right now, come over the tunnel, like, I'm definitely going to break something.
Right.
Like, there's no scenario right now where I'm not going to break something.
Yes.
And maybe die.
All the thoughts go through your head. Yeah. All the bad thoughts.
Yeah. We're not talking.
It's a sporting event. You should be like, woo, yeah, all right.
Silence.
You want to do, like, a quick example?
Yes.
This is how we were.
Okay.
Here we go.
My hair's sticking my nose. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Go. Yeah, that's how we sat at the game for those of you watching. Like, we didn't even speak. We didn't speak to each other. And then Neysa finally breaks the silence and she's like, we not staying up here long. I'm like, I agree. It's not.
We'll be sitting in these seats just to say we sat there.
Yeah.
We're not having a good time.
We're not.
I can't even really look at the game. Yeah. It requires me to look down.
Right.
And so I'm like, look at the screen. I'm thinking we went in, but I ain't sure.
We don't know.
Because I'm still thinking about plunging to my death. And I'm like, this isn't it for me.
Yeah.
It's not it. So, We stayed about like 15 minutes.
We ate our food.
Oh, I did.
You were focusing on your chicken.
I did. That's the saving.
Yes.
Chicken fingers saved me.
Chicken saved
Shout out to Aramark chicken fingers.
Yes.
Because I'm sure those are Aramark chicken fingers. But I ate those chicken fingers with gusto because I gave something to focus on instead of my death. And so I ate those.
The Lord knew. He gave us an out going into the top of the second quarter. The people who were to my left, they got up.
Yeah.
Because we had already said, Neysa said, I'm going to have to lead us out and go that way. Since we had crawled over. Right. So I wasn't going to move. I was like, I don't know if I could do it. But anyways, those people got up and like we followed them immediately. Yeah, we're like, okay, bye.
We followed them on out and then we went and there's a section that has standing room only. And we stood there for a little while.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But I didn't watch this game. I'll be honest. I didn't watch it. It
was hard to watch.
I didn't watch
it. Just because we don't like heights. That's a real fear for a lot of people. Yeah. So yeah, no.
I do want to go back. I don't. Yeah. So I now have apparel, right?
You do.
I have 2 shirts that I purchased. So I have apparel. So I have to come back to a game so I could actually experience the game.
Right.
But it's going to experience the game on the lower level.
Right.
Because I'm not upper level able to do that.
So, do you want me to get into we did go lower for the next game?
Yeah, of course.
So, the following day, we were only there for a Grizzlies game. But University of Memphis, my alma mater, was playing the very next day. And Neysa and I were like, hey, let's go there.
No, Neysa and I were not.
Okay, Neysa and I were not like that at first. Well, at first we weren't going to go. Go and tell the story.
So, Faith said, University of Memphis playing. I low-key want to go. Me being a supportive friend says, we here, we might as well. Right. So then,
oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
I'm a supportive friend. Yeah.
So we go. I thought those seats were great. So same day tickets, lower bowl, no need to worry about heights. And yeah, we stayed for a lot of that game.
We did.
Because we could actually watch it. So yeah, all was not lost. It was good.
So, me,
yes,
the HBCU girl at the game.
Yes.
There are some stark differences. The first is the arena's full for the basketball game. Who thought? Oh, look at all these people. They're able to playoffs. All right.
Yes.
So then, number 2.
Oh my Lord.
Everyone wears University of Memphis apparel and clothing to the game.
They do. Black, white, or other. Everybody.
They do not have on their cute fits.
No fashion over here.
Nobody got no fashion. No ASOS.
Right. Well,
no, what's the pretty little thing?
Shein.
No, none of that. They all have on this. Beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh, okay. So we doing? Now, mind you, I'm sitting there with the off-the-shoulder shirt on. Like, yeah.
I like
it. Give it off-the-shoulder.
Yes.
But, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Number 3. The band. It's a very large band. It's a very nice band. You know.
It's a PWI band. Just say it.
Yeah, I already said it.
We had a drum set.
They had a whole drum set.
Like
and
Animal.
they're playing classic VH1 standards. I was like, oh, look at this.
Not VH1.
Little drummer boy getting it on the
drum.
Like, oh, look at this. This is so very cute. It was so very cute.
Thank you, Neysa, for your support.
No problem.
It was a good game. I was into that game. I was into it. But for me, those were my memory. Like, I had never been to a Grizzlies game.
I will say one thing, though, too, about the differences. And this only applies to TSU versus University of Memphis. Okay. The difference between these two schools. Looking at the dancers, of course, the dancers, cheerleaders, are all different, ethnicities and all those things, right? There were 3 black dancers with braids, and one girl had natural hair, which is something you don't see at TSU.
They got hair like this.
They got bundles.
They got bundles.
Now, the rule is at TSU you have to have bundles. Like, that is the rule for that, which I personally disagree with. I'm not going to knock the system. I'm not going to knock, the decision that they made. I personally find issue with that for HBCU not to let you wear your natural hair. But, that's their rule. But I did think that was very interesting that the PWI, like, oh, okay, They
don't want that smoke.
That's true. That's true. But I thought that was very interesting. So yeah.
I'm glad you had fun.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
The game, even the high game, was the least of our worries.
True, Jesus.
I'm not gonna name the hotel.
No, we're not.
However, okay, y'all work. Y'all know I'm extra. Y'all know I don't be just staying everywhere. I booked a hotel. Yes. That is within walking distance, like 2 blocks of the FedEx Forum. Literally a block away from the Orpheum. Beale Street's right there if you're familiar with Memphis. So this is a tourist-based hotel in the heart of everything that's going on. We check-ins at 3. We get there at 4:45. Games at 7.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we're waiting, and there's all people outside. And there's tons of people in formal wear in the lobby. And, it's packed. And so, we get to the counter, and I'm, trying to check in, and, your room's not ready. Como se dice, huh?
And this isn't the first time that this happened at the same hotel.
We stayed at the exact same hotel in 2021.
Yes.
And same thing happened then. Now,
checking in late.
It was 2021, post-COVID.
Right.
People still wasn't working. You know what I mean? So I gave them some grace that day.
You did,
know what I mean?
Yes.
This time I have no grace. I have none. It's almost 5. Games at 7.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten.
Yeah, if you don't know. If you have ever experienced, you might be due compensation if you've experienced Neysa hangry.
I get hangry. I don't eat often, but when I need to eat,
you need to eat.
I need to eat.
It's time to go. Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah.
And so she's like, well, we're going to take you over here to the bar, and you can get a free drink while you wait. She walks us, sits us down.
It walks off.
Walks off.
Yes.
No drink. No soda, no water, no nothing.
Yeah.
And there's one bartender. Mind you, I mentioned everybody is in formal wear. So there's apparently some kind of wedding going on as well that they're getting ready to leave to. And every one of them are also ordering drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, and the people out front of the hotel, apparently the opposing team was staying there. So these people were out front of the hotel to wave at the team going by. Yeah. I missed that whole team going by because I was still really angry about not having my room. So I call the corporate headquarters and say, hello, I'm me, I'm unhappy. And they say, go back to the front desk right now. They have a room for you. I say, cool, bet, thank you. So I go back. We only had to wait 30 minutes. True, but yeah. So we go back to the front desk. They put us in the room. Cool, thank you. We get to the room. First of all, the room smells funny.
It does.
Second of all, there's dirty wash rags in the shower. Yeah. It hasn't been cleaned. Next up, Woody Woodpecker is knocking on the air conditioning in the room. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I make the decision at this point. Let's get dressed. Go get dinner. Yeah. Go to said game. And then when we come back, we'll go to a different room. Like, we took all of our stuff back downstairs to the front desk and told her, I can't sleep here. Do better. Yeah. And they were like, we have nothing available. And I'm like, well, work it out before we get back. And they decide they're going to put us in a king suite with a roll-out bed. Right. So we're like, cool, bet. Here's our luggage. Y'all watch it. When we come back, we'll move to this new room. Go to do our things. Yes. Come back. King suite. Get to the king suite. There's no roll-out bed. Right. It's king suite. No roll-out bed.
After being told there would be one.
Exactly. Yeah. So now I really have attitude. And it's late. It's late. Yes. So I'm like, okay. I'm going to call the front desk. Because there's a couch and everything in there too. Right. Just bring me some blankets and towels. I'll make this work for today. It's one night. Yeah. It took me 3 phone calls. Yes. one corporate email and a text to get my extra sheets and pillows.
Sheets.
And when they came, they said, we don't have no more blankets. All we have are sheets.
That's unacceptable.
Y'all see my face. Oh, and she bought me 2 bottles of water.
That's unacceptable.
Drink water and be cold. Like,
right.
Really?
It's unacceptable.
Really?
Yeah. And you could have said that over the phone. Like, it shouldn't have taken that many phone calls. Other hotels will send someone right up. And you get it within... Yeah, they did. They kept saying it. And, like, nobody was coming. Go ahead. Do better, hospitality.
I was livid at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm livid.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I write a very scathing email.
Scathing. Yes. Come on, corporate.
Send it on to them. Like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like, fix it, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they're going to fix it. But mind you, we're checking out, right? It's one night. We're checking out.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
By the time I got downstairs, my room was free, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And I was free without me being a jerk about it, which I do also appreciate too.
Right.
Because like that, my email was stern.
Right.
And it was factual and it detailed all the things, but I did not go all the way in because I'm working on being the kinder, gentler Neysa.
Very good.
Yes.
You are kinder, gentler. But,
trying.
Well, so here's the thing. This leads into something Neysa and I talked about in the moment when this was going on. You know, if you were a man or if we were men, would the thought even cross your mind to be like, I need to pull back, or maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, or, you know what I mean? Because a lot, and we've seen it. You see a lot of times men, and they'll just fix it, and they'll talk to the people however, and that it just is what it is, and it gets fixed. But we as women, I need to soften. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. Even the apologizing for the request. I'm sorry for having to ask. Not saying you did this, but you know what I mean? I've done it. I'm sorry to bother you, but can we just get basic necessities? Pillows and a blanket, you know? Yeah. We've talked about that.
So, my quest.
Yes.
To be a kinder, gentler Neysa is twofold. Mm-hmm. I think we should all grow and evolve and be better, right? Yes, that's true. Okay. But the other part really is because it helps me achieve the goals that I have set. Mm-hmm. Like, I told my oldest this. Mm-hmm. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if no one likes you, then you're not going to go very far.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So, I hate the fact that as women, with the added layer being black women, and the whole anchor black women moniker that people try to stick on you, that you have to be the kinder, gentler Neysa. I actually think I would have gone further in my career faster had I practiced this then and not just be practicing it now. Okay. You know? Like, truly, I do. Okay. Yeah, so it's annoying to have to do. Yeah. Because I think that when you are always mincing words, which this is all about corporate America. Oh, yeah. When you are always mincing words and never saying what needs to be said, a lot of problems get swept under the cover. Yes. And a lot of things go unaddressed. You know? Yeah. Even outside of corporate America, in civic organizations and, you know, church or even all those things, when you are really trying to, let me not upset anybody, you know, people tend to not take you seriously a lot, or overlook the changes that need to be made. I'm not saying you gotta be an asshole knocking over tables, you know what I mean? But no. There's nothing wrong with giving honest feedback and being, you know, true to what's going on.
And being willing to listen and to accept that. I think a lot of times people just take things personally, and it has nothing to do with, take you out of the equation. I'm addressing the issue. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's hard for a lot of people to do. Sometimes it is.
Every leader ain't a leader.
That is true.
And there have been some times where I found that, like, especially on committees, you know, the person over the committee is not a leader and not the most knowledgeable. Okay. And so we don't do post-event or post-interaction debriefs to say what worked well and what worked or what didn't.
Yeah.
But nobody will ever say, and not that you gotta say that loud, but even, hey, you could have led us better this way.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe this chair's too big for you. This is not your ministry.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, those are things no one wants to hear.
Right.
But the reality of it is, things need to be said so you can get better.
Yeah.
You know, I've sat in some chairs before that I'm sure where I wasn't right size for. Either you rise to the occasion or you get shown the door. Right?
Yeah.
And so you got to rise to the occasion, you know, and not everyone does.
True.
So.
I've learned from you a little bit more assertiveness. So we take Neysa's leaning into a little bit of softness. In her life in general.
Oh, I don't like it.
And there are things that I'm learning to use my voice on more.
Also, softness is not always efficient either.
True.
That's the other part. I have to let me talk to you in my nice, non-threatening voice and smile at you a little bit.
It's
so
a lot.
Not feel threatened.
Right.
And have this conversation with you.
Yeah.
When the honest answer I want to say is, this isn't right.
Yeah.
And you need to do X, Y, and Z to make it better. But no. Now I have to affirm you and talk to you about opportunities for improvement. No, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
There's just opportunities for
Right.
shit's wrong.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing about this right.
No.
But, you know.
In corporate speak,
Yes.
you have to be very strategic.
And
With
why? When we all have the cheat codes.
Hello.
We all know what we're really trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, example, per my last email.
Yes.
Means bitch I already done told you.
Oh, right. Yep.
If we all know what it means, then why don't we just say,
Yeah.
oh, go already in the email I sent you yesterday. It's already in there.
Yeah.
But no.
It's there.
Per my last email.
Per my last. It's just, I don't want to say difficult, but it is interesting navigating spaces, corporate spaces as a Black woman. Yeah, it is.
I read an article about Black women in corporate spaces, and I wish I could remember which publication put it out, because I would really quote it. I like to, state my sources. But in one of the articles, talked about how
I'm getting a call.
Some other ethnic groups are conflict averse, especially the women.
Okay.
And corporate speak is based upon that demographic. So if you're conflict averse, then anything beyond this level of conversation, feels like an attack on you. But it's not really.
It's not.
It's just,
Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Exactly. But that's one of the things. Yeah. It was a very interesting article. I gotta find it, and I'll find it and share it on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was just very interesting talking about how these, this particular demographic is conflict averse, and they find their worth at work. And so because of that, when they're not included in everything at work, or when we aren't actively seeking friendship at work, then they feel like it's a slight.
Woo, talk about
and
it.
And I'm like...
Because we're like, I'm not here to be your friend, right? How many of you have said that? I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to work. And go home. Like, or whatever. You know what I mean?
I met you at work.
Right.
And we developed into friends.
I know. I'm scared.
I have met some people at work that have developed into friends.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't go to work to make friends.
That's it. Right. Yep.
I work to work.
Right. Yeah.
If they quit paying me, I ain't coming no more. Like
exactly.
You
yes.
No checks.
Yeah.
That's a friend. Friends
right. So, no, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, no, I don't do that. I don't go to work looking to be a friend.
Right. Those cultural differences are something else, because we've both seen it.
Demetria Lucas had a whole thing about it. She talked about her first job right out of college, and she was working, doing good work, and she got called into the office, and they were like, "You don't go to happy hour with us," and she was like, "I don't want to go to happy hour with y'all."
Right.
Like, why would I?
Was that a requirement?
I'll go on about my business, and they were like, "Well, they don't think of you as friendly because you don't go to happy hours with us." And she was like, "So am I required?"
Thank you. Was that in the job description?
Sure. However, being the big age that we are now.
Yeah. You kind of gotta go.
I told my daughter.
Yeah.
You have to show up at the BS.
You do. The after work gatherings.
You gotta go.
Not all of them, but just enough.
You gotta go.
To be like, okay, that you have a presence. In my opinion. That's been my experience. So I may not go to everything, but I go to enough to be like, Faith is a team player. And she's established a presence here. Like, truly. You want me to fan you?
I know.
You do. When all you want to do is go home and have some wine and drink on your own time. But yeah.
And here's why. It's people don't understand how big of a thing this is, especially for people of color.
Yeah.
That's all I can talk about is people of color. Mm-hmm. Paul Lawrence Dunbar. We wear the mask,
yes.
right? All day. The minute I leave my house, I've said this many times before.
Yeah.
My safety and my livelihood is based on me navigating whiteness and maleness. Mm-hmm. The minute I leave my house.
Yeah.
The only place that I am truly 100% myself is in
your
my
house.
home.
In your home.
Or at Tennessee State University. HBCU.
Oh my gosh. It is your second home. Yes.
So, because of that.
Yeah.
So, at work all day, it can be emotionally draining and exhausting to try to navigate the nuances of this environment. And then you want to go have drinks. And I'm like, okay. So we go and we have these drinks. And I'm going to drink this one drink for 3 hours straight because I don't know you like that.
Hello? So you're not about to see me tilted and no.
Nope. You're going to get me now with a drink in my hand.
Right.
Ta-da.
Yep.
And so then, after that's over, I have to go home and then decompress all that and then do it again the next day.
Yep.
And it's exhausting. Even on work trips, if I know that I'm going to be gone for any more than 3 days.
Yeah.
Day 4.
Yeah.
I can't hang with y'all. I cannot hang with y'all.
Right.
So, especially when you're on those conferences.
Yes.
You conference all day.
Yeah.
Then you have to have a happy hour. Then you have to have a dinner. There's an after dinner event. Back at the bar. Yep. And I'm like, by Wednesday,
I'm ready to go home.
I have to dip. I gotta lay down by myself.
Yeah.
I gotta watch a little BET, a little Martin. I gotta,
something
watch
that brings you back to
it
brings you back to yourself. Yes.
I cannot keep putting out this energy and not replenish myself. And so,
yeah. We definitely feel the brunt of that. I wonder, I mean, if any other groups do, but Black women for sure. Just, and for me, I'm selectively social. I will say that. As I've gotten older, I'm not going to be like, I'm not social anymore. What, Neysa? I'm not selectively social. Well, how am I not selectively social?
When I first met Faith,
here we go.
Faith was selectively social.
Okay.
And I would give her that moniker because she was.
I'm not selectively.
She would be like, I don't want to go network. I don't want to do this thing.
I hate networking.
We have to go. Faith be outside, y'all.
But
so when she says selectively, she means she select all the things.
No, I select people I rock with, right? Neysa doesn't agree, and that's why.
Be gone by.
No
word from you outside.
I think I'm selectively social.
Okay.
I still am not a fan of networking events. If it's an event and people are there that I might talk to, that's different than when it's on the ad or the thing. This is a networking mixer. I'm like, oh God. Because then I feel like I have to engage people as opposed to I'm just going to a show and I might see a girl with a cute dress on in the bathroom. I'm like, girl, your dress cute.
That's true.
Those things are hard for me. The events that are labeled networking.
I just feel like networking events too also means they have drinks and people in the room. That's not a networking event.
No.
That's not. That's people in the room. If you're actually cultivating networking, then there should be some assisted meet and greet time. Musical chairs, speed dating almost. To make sure people get to know people in the room. But what we find, or at least at tables, the event I went to earlier this week, it was just, people in a room, and I'm like, this is trash.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I'm aware of my own nerves in doing that. So I try to look for other singles. Not as in dating singles, but you know.
Yeah.
Like there was a woman standing near me at this event and she was looking a little lost. And I said, come stand over here with us. You know? And she was like, what? I said, just come over here. You look a little lost. And no, don't have to be things by yourself. So, hi, I'm Neysa. You know?
That was very nice, Neysa, of you.
See? Boom, boom. Chestnut checker.
First of all, we're disputing things. Neysa's not, because the opposite of nice is mean. And Neysa's not mean, even though I thought she was mean when I met her. But she's not. Neysa is, Neysa, like you're not here. Right. You are like uber intelligent. You're like almost Mensa at this point. But you're just uber intelligent and you know how to navigate things and you do call BS on things. And for a lot of people, that is hard to digest. But a lot of times it has to do with that person and not you. Now, are there instances where you can stand to be a little softer? Yes, and you are working on that.
I am definitely working on that.
But when you go into like, I'm being nice, I'm like, you're amazing. Yes, I'm biased. But nevertheless, I do love you. I appreciate the work you're putting in, but I don't think you just like.
When I growl, I feel like when I growl, growl justified. You know,
right? Yeah.
I'm also a person that if I growl wrong, then I also apologize. However, the way I growled. Right. I'm not a person who, the front page will have this headline and it'll be all wrong. Yeah. And then on page E13 is the correction. Correction. I don't do that. Right. If I blast you on Front Street, I apologize on Front Street. And I've done that. Yeah. Many times before. But I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
I like this new walk you're in. Yeah. But at the core of who you are, right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? You have your beliefs.
I do.
And yeah.
I do.
You're working on delivery and things of that nature. Navigating corporate spaces and such can be very difficult. Life lesson, especially if you're a black woman.
That is true. That is true. I did not know how hard it was going to be, in these spaces. Now, I've been in these spaces now for years now, right? Yeah. But it's still, there are days when by Friday you're like,
this is tiring.
Right?
I need a nap.
So, yeah. That's there. What else is on our list?
I'm proud of this new chapter.
Oh, Lord.
Are we going into how it's like?
We're going to hold that one.
We're going to hold that?
Let's hold it.
All right.
You think we should hold it? Or you want to go in there?
Ask whatever you want to do.
I asked you the question. You can't post it back to me.
Oh, it's Women's History Month. We talking all things ladies.
Yeah, let's go.
Go, ladies.
This is a total pivot from our previous.
Absolutely pivot.
Yeah.
Neysa's responsible for this.
I am.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
No, but go ahead.
Rock with me, rock me. Single me out, as Kevin on stage would say. Well, anyway, single me out. We got no director. But, it's just me editing. But, should we retire the word hoe? Does it even hold weight? How do we define it? And does it even matter anymore?
So, hoe in the sense of like calling women that? I'm just seeking clarification.
For purpose of this conversation.
Yes.
Talking primarily about women.
Okay.
Not about men. Because men can be hoe too.
Right.
But I think if we lift it for women, it lifts for everyone.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw something in here. In the city of Houston, I've been told, surprisingly I've not been to Houston, but I know people who live there and have spent time there. Hoe, it's a noun. It's like, hand me that hoe. Yeah, that hoe over there, but it's not a person. Or it'll be, you know what I mean?
It's thought.
Yeah. Well, that is thought. But like, if you're talking about a car could even be a hoe.
Like Philly's John.
Exactly. So, yes, I know what you're saying. Yes. So, even regionally, hoe isn't necessarily someone who might have a big sexual appetite or whatever. But to your point, I initially had said, who are we to retire a word? And your response was,
I don't know.
I forgot what you said.
I don't know. I'm sure something great. It was. But,
of course.
I mean, who are we to retire a word? But we have to do a better job of defining the word.
True.
And I think that everyone's whole settings are based on their own personal history.
Right.
So I was talking to someone who was younger.
Yes.
And they were like, she had sex with 4 people. And the person was like, old. And I'm like, 4 ain't shit, but all right. All right. She's like, she must be a hoe. And I'm like, you can't tell,
I know, young people, yeah.
A church
People
Bible
don't
school
know.
that's not hoeing.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right. The Lord forgives.
And now having a hoe phase is popular culture. I mean, it's using popular vernacular. I've seen it, on shows like she had her hoe phase. I think it's all about your perspective. I don't know. Like, for some people, it's not a bad word. So it's like, why is this even a conversation to retire it? And then for some, it is a negative connotation. Like, she's a hoe.
Exactly. So,
I don't have an answer.
For me, I think that the word should be retired when used in its negative connotation.
Okay.
Because it's subjective on what makes somebody a hoe. Also, in today's society of women being able to pick and choose and do whatever they want to do in their sexual liberation.
Yeah.
Then how are we defining that? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And finally, I feel like men primarily use it negatively towards women. Yeah. Without regard for their own sexual catalog.
Oh, y'all are hoes too. Yes.
Example. I think I've used this before too. A friend of mine said, "Oh, I ran through this group of women," and I was like, "No, they passed you around,
making you
the hoe."
Thank you.
But in his mind, I ran through there. Yeah. And in this group of women's mind, like, they were all like, "No, we all did that." Like, Yeah. It's just weird how people have these different connotations for it. Yes. And no one seems to call men hoes. Now,
I know. We know people that do.
True.
Yeah.
But
I definitely do. Like, that hoe, he was like, you better pimp. No.
Come on now.
But yes.
So, I'm just thinking about those things, the terminology that we use. Obviously, vernacular word choice is super important. Yeah. You should mean what you say and say what you mean. But I think this is one of the ones that's so subjective that it's really hard to determine. But
I know you DMX. Where my dog's at?
My neighbor's house. He's going in too. But
he is.
That's all I got.
That's a one word I don't even think about.
Really?
No. For me, I don't. Like, obviously, you have words that carry a little bit more weight for me. Hoe is like, bitch, what's my favorite word?
Okay, too short. But that you already co-opted.
That's true.
I feel like
hoe,
bitch, and the N-word are both in the same boat.
Right.
That they were used initially to oppress people. And we was like, no, give us that shit back. And we're going to make it our own.
That's fair.
Yeah. When your friend calls with the hot tea, she says,
yes.
Let me tell you.
No, we do.
So.
It's not, yeah. Hoe, I haven't given it much weight. That's just hoe. A garden tool or somebody who, does things. Hoe may be life for you. Good for you.
And there's a whole stroll that what Amber Rose did.
Yes.
So,
Good for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know in the comment.
Yeah.
Should hoe be retired? And what else should be retired?
Who retires words? Merriam-Webster? Like, that's like, don't they? Like, you add new words to the dictionary.
Do
we retire words? Somebody let us know. We're going to look it up too.
We probably don't. We'll probably just keep adding on.
Yeah, you just add to the dictionary.
I don't know if you actually retire a word.
Huh. I mean, they do like a most overused word, like at the end of the year, but not a okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Words just kind of cycle out. Like, what's crunk? And then lit. Do the children still say lit? I don't know. But, yeah.
Or janky.
Get hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
Words are fun. It's interesting. Like, just the history of just language. And
yeah. Let my kids tell it. I use words all kind of wrong. So I'm content with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not wrong. I'm cool. Mm-hmm. But don't make that face.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You're the cool mom.
I am the cool mom. But the baby girl would quick tell me, Mama. That's not it. And I'm like, well, I still say it. My friends still say it. So therefore, it's relevant for my age group and demographic.
Thank you.
I ain't trying to go on TikTok with the children.
Stop.
I'm not.
That's true.
Why would I use 13-year-old words when I'm not 13?
There's certain words. I'm like, what does that mean?
Right.
I had to ask, like, that's dumb. I've said that to my nephews. That's just dumb.
I'm not going to use
like, what is that?
That's stupid. So,
yeah. All good.
Okay, so we're back. We're healthy.
I'm a little stuffy, but we're healthy. It's going to be a rough allergy season. Spring is around the corner, even though it's felt like spring forever. But yeah, new month. Women's History Month. We got a lot of good stuff coming. We're excited to be back.
Me too.
Yes.
Rock with us. We'll make it happen. We'll make it shake.
Rock with you all night. Okay.
Now she gonna sing the outro too?
Huh? Oh, where can they follow us, Nace?
Not singing on the outro.
Oh, DMX is outside. Rest his soul.
Anyway, you can follow us on all the platforms. YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast is where you can find us. If you want to see us on my lovely little set with my little Memphis shirt on and my new hair, hey Kimani, one more time, you can have, I'm not going to shout out the Memphis shirt. You can shout
Go Tigers, go. It's March Madness. Oh, I'll get into that because y'all know I've said that last year. I love March Madness. College basketball is my jam. Go ahead.
It really is her jam.
It's my jam.
It's not my jam.
It's not.
But yeah, so follow us, like us, share us. And if you have any ideas or words that should be retired, let us know in the comments. And,
give us feedback.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Okay.
Okay, thanks for tuning in. Bye.